Hey there, rock stars. Sarah Rockin' Robbins here, author of the best-selling book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business, and creator of the CD series, The Rockstar Recruiting School, my new one for leaders, the Masterclass Edition, all of which you can find and learn more about at sarahrobbins.com. I'm super thrilled to be coming to you live with another episode of the Rockstar Recruiting School Live. Probably noticed I've got a different backdrop today. We're kind of on the go, but it's all good. Hopefully you can see me and hear me okay. Just so I know, go ahead and shout out below who you are, where you're tuning in from. And remember, if it's your first time here, drop a number 1 in the comments below because I would love to welcome you. Remember, if you share this video, you can get a chance for a shout out. And it would help you to do so. You can share this and stream this live by clicking the share button to your team pages. Remember, the more who know, the greater your team will grow. Today, I want to talk to you very quickly, just for a few minutes, about something that has been on my heart, and that has been the root of rejection. I have seen rejection destroy so many businesses, so many dreams, and it really is a root that produces bitter fruit in our life. The fear of no, somebody quitting. So then we walk out on our team, we walk out on our dream, we walk out on our why just because of a temporary disappointment. Disappointment and defeat is temporary. We should always be driven by our dream. I was thinking about this the other day. I oftentimes will give these keynote talks when I'm speaking for different companies, and the analogy I give is like a waiter or waitress pouring a cup of coffee. Well, let me first back it up and say this. Do you guys ever notice it's like somebody quits just as fast as they start, right? They quit just as fast as they start. They join, they're so excited, they tell one person who says no, or some people quit before they even sign up. They talk to you about it, they talk to somebody tells them no, they come back to you, they're like, this isn't for me. Has anybody else had that happen to them? I know I have. If you have, put a 2 in the comments below for me too, okay? That has happened to me before. They quit quicker than they start. And it's so silly because again, it's like temporary disappointment versus being driven by their dream. So thank you so much for sharing on your team page, Tammy. I appreciate it. And tell everybody else who's sharing too. So I always give this analogy. When you share your business with people, it would be similar to sharing your faith, sharing anything else. It's not for everybody. You're like a waiter or waitress pouring a cup of coffee. As you pour, it's your job to pour, right? It's their job, and it's up to us, the consumer, to decide. So I want you to think about this. The waitress goes with a job in mind, and that's to pour a cup of coffee. And as she pours, some people say yes, some people say no. Now, if people say no, what does she do? Does she stop pouring and start crying? No, she'd probably lose her job, right? What does she keep doing? She keeps pouring a cup of coffee. See, we have to put our no's into perspective. They're not personally rejecting you. They're just saying, no, not right now. Or sometimes, I don't know enough, right? It's all about timing for people. I've also given this analogy as well. So, you're going to need to keep pouring a cup of your product and opportunity to everybody who breathes, right? You'll always find the right people. I've given this analogy too as I speak. I've spoken. Hey, Renee, thank you for sharing this in your group chat. I totally appreciate it. As I speak, I also share this analogy. I'm a former kindergarten teacher, and I'll be speaking in front of a crowd of hundreds, sometimes thousands of people. And I've done this analogy in small rooms and big rooms. And I say, okay, I want you to imagine with me, if you will. I have a job teaching kindergarten and first grade, and it starts tomorrow. Now I'm going to pay you well for being a teacher, but knowing that you would have a job, it starts tomorrow to start kindergarten or first grade, how many of you would take the job? Typically in a room full of 200 people, about 4 people raise their hand. I've done this so many times, guys. It's literally just a handful of people, not any more than that. And then I stop and I look at them. I'm like, wait a minute. So are you rejecting me? Are you rejecting teachers? Do you not value the profession? Everybody's like, oh my gosh, of course not. And I was like, you see, put it into perspective. It's personal preference. You're not rejecting me. You're not rejecting my profession. You're simply saying it isn't for me. But did you notice? Would I be willing to go through no? Let's say that sea of 200 people to find those 4 or 5 people who say yes. Yes, I would, because here's the thing, guys. Since I've been in my business for 10 years, being a top achiever, not only in my company, but in the entire industry, being a top female network marketing leader, I have had thousands of conversations. I've done hundreds of presentations. I have heard countless no's to recruit a couple hundred people over 10 years, so put that into perspective. And that led me to find 15 people who are at the very top level of our pay plan. Now that's pretty good to have 15, because a lot of top networkers will say they have 3, 4, or 5. Now I always have 50 people that are, qualifiers, right, direct to me, but 15 top leaders that are earning career-based incomes and then some, okay? But I love what Biz Stone says, co-founder of Twitter. Timing, perseverance, and 10 years of trying eventually makes you look like an overnight success. But here's the thing, you have to have that perseverance part, right? You've got to have the perseverance part. Going through the no's, realizing it won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Because now we're in a place where we can live more, we can give more, we love our lives even more. I refuse to walk out on my team. I refuse to walk out on my dream just because somebody else says no to me or they say quit. I quit. I'm not quitting on the great things that God has in store for my destiny. So I want you guys to reframe the no's. In fact, I'm going to give you a challenge. You want a challenge for the month of May, and I want you to share this video with your team. For the month of May, it's 100 no's. And this way you can view it differently. And instead of being so disappointed, you can look and say, I'm going to take inventory now and see statistically, how many no's will it take me? Do I have to go through the room of 200 to find the 4 or 5? Would you be willing to dig through your backyard if you were promised gold bricks? Well, as long as you made more money than it costs to dig up your backyard, right? You're sifting, you're sorting. That's what prospecting is called. Webster's dictionary says, one version. That prospecting is sifting and sorting until you find the gold. So later today, I've got a little luncheon to go into. Later today, I'm going to post a 100 no challenge over on sarahrobbins.com. First and foremost, share this with your teams. And in the month of May, I'm going to challenge you leaders to challenge your teams to take the 100 no challenge with you and see how many no's it takes to get to a yes. It'll really shift your perspective and allow you to soar into new levels of success in your business. It's all about activity. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I hope you have a great day. For those of you pushing through month end, happy month end. Make it meaningful, magical, full of momentum, and don't leave money on the table. Work those phones. Have a great day, guys. God bless, and goodbye for now. Rock on, rock stars.